What up, what up, what up? Enjoyour24, episode 3. Today we have Luka Zaharijevic on the pod. And this is a episode that you do not want to miss because he is the funniest fucking guy you'll ever meet. And this is by far the funniest episode. And you will get a lot of laughs. There's a lot of talks about a million different things. I don't even know. It goes off in a tangent so many times. And just a little background on Luca. He played his high school basketball at Kitsilano Secondary and had a great career there and ended up playing UBC and finished his career at UBC. He is currently playing pro in Lithuania, and he was playing pro in Lithuania and then went to Czech Republic. Well, he started off in the Czech Republic and then went to Lithuania. That's the right order. And now what are you doing? Are you stopping it? Okay, sorry. So now he is just hanging out, doing his thing because of COVID, but he will surely go and play pro again somewhere. I met Luca a long time ago in high school because we are the same grad class, 2013. And I heard about him when I was in grade like 9 or 10, just like this big guy coming out of Kitsilano, and I will be the first person to tell you that he is the best big man that I've ever seen. And I actually had the pleasure of playing with him at a tournament in Drive once, just like a 2-day tournament down in Seattle. And he's just a load. He's a force of nature, Shaquille O'Neal of BC. And he is one of the coolest and chillest dudes you'll ever meet. Just kind, genuine, just kind-hearted dude. And it was a great pleasure having him on the show. It is a freaking funny one. It is absolutely off the walls. And I hope to have him on the show in the future, because that's just someone you need to have, on your show a lot. And enjoy your 24, episode 3, Luka Zaharijevic. Peace.
Well, fuck, I shouldn't even say that. But, well, here we go. I knew my big mouth's going to get me in trouble.
No, man, this is totally unfiltered. That's
the
one thing.
oval. I like the unfiltered thing. Bro.
Yeah.
But just, with this stuff that we talked about, like, if when I'm a little bit older and I finish coaching with kids and stuff, then I don't give a fuck. I'll say whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you saw the interview I did with Isaiah, right?
Right, yeah.
So with that one, literally I was, just talking, and I asked him before, I was like, are we allowed to cuss? Because I usually cuss. That's who I am. Like, little bit by little bit. I don't cuss too much, but if I need to cuss, I'll cuss.
Exactly, yeah.
And he's like, yeah, bro, totally cool. I was like, that's awesome. It just makes me more relieved. Because sometimes where I've been in situations where, even in, like, interviews, you remember, like, back in UBC or high school, like, I'm like, let's fucking go when we win a game. And I'm like, shit. And they're like, don't worry, we'll cut it out.
So it's totally fine, man. Like, that's one thing I told him. I told Daniel, I was like, I want everyone to, like, be unfiltered. Say whatever the fuck you want,
Yeah, bro, yeah.
If you don't like it, then, like, then it is what it is.
Well, if you're really passionate and fired up about something, you're going to swear. It's just part of it.
Yeah, man.
One thing I don't understand, though, when there's kids around, people are like, oh, there's kids around, don't swear. It's like, my thing is, these kids are going to grow up to learn. They're going to learn these words at some point.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Have you guys ever, like, understood that? Like, whole concept and that, like...
Bro, most of the kids I know already all cuss. And they know more swearing than, like, older people.
Yeah. Dude.
It's true, they cuss way more.
They have, like, cuss words I've never heard before. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Bro, yeah, me too.
And they just explain it to you. You're like...
New cuss words?
Oh, bro, there's so many. The vocabulary of cussing is ridiculous. Especially for the younger kids. Yeah. And what it is, man, they're exposed to, like, all this new hip-hop culture. Yeah. And, every 5 years or so, hip-hop evolves to, like, a different level. But now you got, like, all these young and upcoming rappers and artists. Yeah. And some of it's not even, like, I don't even call it rap anymore. Yeah. Like, when we grew up, our generation, and even older guys than us, we grew up with, like, Biggie, Tupac,
50
50
Cent,
Cent,
Eminem.
Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Dre, all that, man. The
Yeah.
Chronic, that was one of the top albums of all
Dude,
time,
Lil
man.
Wayne, that was
Lil,
my
bro,
guy.
yeah, bro.
Lil
Yeah,
Wayne
the
is
Carter, like the 5 or whatever, 6
Yeah,
Carters.
yeah,
Is there
yeah.
like 6? I think there's 6.
The Carter 3, in my opinion, is the
Carter
greatest album
3,
of all
bro.
time.
Best Rapper Alive, the volume 2 and 3. That was like his mix.
Mhm.
He did. I think he did one whole album with Jules Santana back in like 2003 or
I
something.
think he did. Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Bro, that was crazy.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like even back then, you know, they would cuss in their songs, like they're cussing,
Yeah.
obviously. But now you hear all these like new hip hop guys or whatever, and they're just saying stupid shit.
Dude, it's like about weird stuff now. Like, rest in peace, Juice WRLD, and like guys like Lil Uzi. They talk about fucking like suicide and like depression and stuff. And it's like, why do you even want to hear that? Like, it's not even like it doesn't motivate me in any way. Like, it's just kind of like, oh fuck, like it puts a bad cloud around everything. You know, like.
Bro,
you know, like,
it makes you feel bad. Like,
yeah.
I don't listen. By the way, I avoid that stuff just because of that reason. And I've heard kids like, you know, I coach a drive, right? And even in like, you know, tournaments when we're in the States, I hear some of their kids like, I'm like, yo, what are you listening to? And they show me the song like pregame. They're trying to get like amped up for the game. They're listening to like Juice WRLD or XXX, you know, rest in peace as well. I was like, what the fuck? Why are you listening to that? Because when I was listening to shit, I was listening to like Labs, or, you know, a little bit of Eminem, bro. You know, Lose Yourself, bro. That was the fire. At one point, I remember I got into Skrillex, and Skrillex was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, do you guys remember Skrillex?
Oh,
Yeah. That was wild.
Yeah.
And now I think he's transformed into like a more kind of generic, you know, EDM. Yeah, but when he was out there with the first like dubstep, like his original dubstep, that shit was nuts.
True, yeah.
Like I remember, what was that one song? It was with Steve Aoki. He did
Turbulence or like Scary Monsters.
Scary Monsters album, that was fire.
Yeah.
And then he had Scary Monsters a song, and then he had a couple other ones. But there was one, I forgot the name of it now. It's like Renegade or whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like
and
that.
then it was like,
dude, there's a bunch of weird sounds together, but it fucking works, you know?
It worked, bro. It worked. And yeah, man, no, I remember that. That was fire. And you remember like grade 12 when we were in grade 12?
Yeah.
So, bro, I remember like before city finals, Lower Mainland finals, you know, I had my Dre beats on. Remember the Dre beats?
Yeah, that was like the shit.
The studio beats. Remember that shit? And now, obviously, it's all wireless. But back then, you had the red cord. You're like swagging around. There's some corded beats, bro.
You know?
Yeah, man. Fuck. And that was me, like, literally before games, just their hip hop, like, you know, real hip hop.
Right.
And then Skrillex.
Yeah. Dude, some coaches didn't like that, though. Like, they were just like, can't, like, wearing headphones was like, oh, you're not part of the team. You're being a fucking dick, you know?
Yeah. You're selfish.
Yeah. But it's like, if I want to listen to my music and it fucking makes me play better, it gets me ready for the game, why not?
Yeah, bro. Exactly. And even now in the States, like, you know, AAU's crazy, right? Yeah. So you see all these kids now warming up. They're on the court doing layup lines, and they all have those little AirPods. Yeah, bro. And this is where I started feeling old. I was like, I don't know if I like that. I don't like that idea. I'd rather than be like really focused in on just, you know, being on the court and being with your teammates. Right. Because, you know, my guys, I don't let them do that. And I know I sound like an old fucking fuss or whatever. But I don't like – I think it's important. Once you're on the court, you're on the court. Do whatever you need to do off the court. Like an hour before the game, if you're in the change room, if you're in the whatever, outside in the car, go, listen to music, do that. That's what I did. But when you're on the court, bro, you're in the court. It's business, right? You got to turn on that switch. You step on the court, you know, you got to focus in 100% being in the moment. And I think if you're listening to music, it's good to amp you up, but at the same time, it kind of takes away from what you're supposed to be focused on. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, I know I sound like maybe, I don't know, old or whatever. I'm not old, by the way. I'm 24. Yeah.
We're the same. We're the same age.
We're the same age.
Yeah, we're the same grad class, 2013.
Yeah, bro, we played against you. Guess who I was with today, by the way? The kids in the morning. We had a scrimmage, like open run. Yeah. Petkovic.
Luca.
Yeah, bro, he was on my team. Do you know Luca or Petkovic or no?
No, they don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, bro. Man. Me and him, he's like one of my oldest friends.
Yeah, bro, yeah.
He's a great guy.
You and him, I remember, and you guys had a couple, who's that one guy, Tate or no?
Chase.
Remember, Chase. Yeah, you guys were all in the North Van.
Yeah.
And then I remember you played Provincial. Didn't you play Provincial team?
No, I didn't make it. I didn't make
that one.
Yeah, I didn't make it.
He did, right? Luca did.
He did. So it was the regionals, right? And,
regionals. That's what that was.
We came. It was me. My team was me, Luka Petkovic, Alex Akpo. Do you remember Alex?
Akapo, yeah. Bro, I know his brother too. Yeah.
Who's his brother?
Rob. Do you know Rob? He's from Calgary. No.
I didn't even know Akpo had a brother, but.
Well, yeah, he had an older brother.
Okay.
I don't know if it's his half brother or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyways, yeah. Alex, I remember.
And then it was me. Yeah, it was me, Luca, Alex, Chase, Adam Carmoli. He was a year younger too.
Oh, yeah.
And he came third in that. It was like 20 teams, remember?
Yeah, it was a huge.
It was like a jamboree type thing.
It was a jamboree. Yeah. And then I remember what they did is they had all the scouts there watching that tournament. Mm-hmm. And then the best players or whatever get selected to the provincial team tryouts. Yeah. That's what it was.
The mini camp.
The mini camp.
Yeah, man, I didn't get invited. That was devastating.
Yeah, bro. Fuck.
Well, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Life goes on. It was like fucking 10 years ago.
Everything happens for a reason though, right? Yeah. Like, you went through that experience, and then I got you to the next level and next level.
Exactly.
Look at you now, you're doing podcasts.
Yeah, I know, I'm doing podcasts,
Bro, and I was going to say, man, like, if there's any guests you want to have that are maybe that I know, I can literally just help you out and get them to.
Yeah?
Yeah, refer them and let go.
If you
just let me know, like, I know a few people here and there, so let me know and I'll.
Yeah, I know you know people, yeah.
So just let me know who you want. Guy. Yeah, bro. Okay. Connor was here. He just left last Saturday, Connor Morgan.
Yeah,
so he's back in Spain now, but that's someone you should interview when he comes back.
Sure. I was thinking about that, but like I didn't really know. I don't know him at all.
So that's what I'm saying. Let me know. Like, he's a close friend. I've played with him at UBC for 6 years or 5 years.
True.
But bro, he's Canadian national team. Like, bro, he plays with like Wiggins and these guys.
He's really fucking good.
Yeah, bro. So you can next time, like, whoever you want, bro.
Yeah, he's fucked.
So he's back in Spain right now, and they are starting their season up in like 4 or 5 weeks.
Okay, because he plays top tier though.
He plays in the top league in Europe for a national league. Yeah, man, Spanish league is like top national league in Europe. Damn, one of the top in the world.
Man, I don't know if you remember, but I was on cap and we just scrimmaged UBC. Like, we just happened to have exhibition scrimmages against you guys just for like fucking practice, just to like play against a better team. And I remember I was watching Connor play and I was like, what the fuck? This guy's like KD.
Yeah,
he's like a 6'9" shooting guard that just fucking whops threes, handles the ball, fucking does everything, man. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, he can do everything, and he's been getting in better now. Like, bro, before when he was at UBC, the one thing he always kind of like, he was an amazing player. He was like one of the top players in Canada, North America, arguably too, right? Like, even though he was playing in Canada, he already was on the radar for the national team and stuff, right? And then the one thing he always kind of lacked in university was more like inside presence. Bro, now he put on weight and he's been obviously developing over there in Spain. He's dominant, man. He's fucking unstoppable.
Just posting up, just bodying guys and fucking.
He still does his thing, like on the perimeter. He's still shooting the shit out of it, like he wets the pill. But when he gets it inside too, bro, now he's assertive and like finishes.
Barbecue chicken, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. But you know what's funny? I don't like talking about myself because it's cocky. But bro, like even last year in Lithuania, man, like the where I played. No one, like literally there was not a single guy I played that could stop me.
Wow.
And that's where I realized, like, that's how, because I weigh, like, right now, off the record, I'm like 270, 275. But when they weight me and stuff and put on, I'm 260.
There you go.
But it's off season now, plus it's COVID, so I can say 270, 275.
You can afford like 10 pounds, that's fine.
Well, for me, man, I fluctuate like crazy.
Right.
Like, bro, it's crazy. Like, if I take 2 days and I eat really healthy, like veggies, a little bit of like lean protein, and I really like reduce my calorie, bro, I can drop like 10, 12 pounds right away. It's crazy. It's fucked up. Like, I actually fluctuate like crazy. But here's the problem with me. When I try and lose, like, say, 20 pounds in a month, I get to that 20. I do it. But then it's that barrier of getting another 5. And for some reason, bro, that other 5 is really hard.
Because at a certain point, it gets so much tougher just to fucking lose like a pound, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
You can lose like 20 pounds, and then like the next 5 is just like you gotta like almost like starve yourself.
So what I do, man, is I drink a lot of black coffee. You know?
Yeah.
We have a joke. Miguel, even Migs, bro.
Yeah.
So we have. I don't know if he told you it's Altus last year. We big black coffee from Starbucks, right? BBC. We're not talking about the British Broadcast Center, bro.
But coffee gets you like it gets you like the shits. You shit everything out.
You shit it, bro. It gives you bubble guts if you drink a lot of it, bro. You shit everything out for real.
Yeah.
But it's also an actual like natural appetite suppressant.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So, bro, if
I
you
didn't.
pound, say you in the morning you wake up and you pound like a, BBC. Pause. Inside joke, bro. We can add a little comedy to this.
Man, it's totally fine. If people get offended by this, then I don't even want you to watch it. People of enjoyour24. This is Luka Zaharijevic on the show today, episode 3. We're just getting into it right now. No, it's episode 3, dude.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, perfect. The intro. Yeah.
Come on, man.
You're good.
Luka Zaharijevic, and it's just totally unfiltered, man. It is what it is. So watch with your discretion, and discretion is advised.
Yeah, and yes. if you want to hear the secret clip of the prostitutes, just email Mo, and he'll send you a secret clip. That one should be email only.
Yeah, sign up only.
Yeah. Hey, bro. There you go. Yeah,
man, that became a huge thing this quarantine.
That's huge, man. Yeah, and I've been learning about it a little bit. Don't ask me why.
Investment, just like invest in the stock,
I was looking into it, bro. But I've been learning. I originally thought, like, when I heard about this, I thought it was like a porn site. That's what I thought. It sounds like OnlyFans. And I heard, like, all these girls go on there. But you literally can just make an account yourself and post whatever you want, right? And you have, like, your own fan group that follows you and subscribes. I didn't know that. But now I started thinking, I was like, okay, that's really cool, man. Like, for me, what I love, and you guys are going to learn this, is I love, food. I'm a big foodie. Like, I love going to restaurants and trying out different things. I love even doing, like, food challenges. I did the most recent one I did last year was Lucy's Diner Challenge on Main Street. It's the one. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Lucy's Diner. No, so. It's on Main and 15th, and it's like a really cool diner. And what they have is you have to eat. By the way, this is a great story. You got to eat 6 patty burger. Like, the patties are big patties, like Vera's type patties, not McDonald's patties. So 6 of those. 12 piece of bacon, 12 piece of cheese. The buns are not buns. They're grilled cheese sandwich on the top, grilled cheese sandwich on the bottom. That's what closes the burger. And then that's the burger. And then you got to eat a bowl of poutine with a whole slab of pulled pork on top. And you have to eat a bowl of mac and cheese. Amazing mac and cheese, by the way. Whoa. And an extra large milkshake. This is huge. 20 minutes. That's the limit, bro. 20 minutes. Maybe it's in the moment, if you've never done a food challenge, 20 minutes. I was like, yeah. Bro, 20 minutes is fucking impossible. Like, it's impossible. So, bro, I actually did it. Didn't have to pay the. So if you get it, you get it for free, and you get to be on the Wall of Fame. And you can go to Lucy's Diner, and my pictures are on the wall. My picture's there. I have a picture. I autographed it. Bro, well, yeah, I'm on the Wall of Fame on there. I did it. But I'll tell you what. And you know who did it with me, actually, was Connor. He didn't finish it. He only finished like 50%, and that was it. He tapped out. Okay. It's a lot of fucking calories, man. I did like a rough estimate, because they didn't want to tell me how many calories were in there, because I think I can sue them if they did tell me. Whoa. It's a lot of calories, bro. My rough estimate was like 8,000 to 9,000, the whole thing. Yeah, it could be more, bro. Like, I don't know how much oil they use for that shit.
Dude, that's like heart attack, man. Like,
bro,
right there.
So right there and then, man. The first 5 minutes, amazing. Like, I remember when they brought it out, they're about to start the timer. I'm putting my bib on. I'm getting ready. I'm like, oh my God, this looks so good. And it is good, bro. First 5 minutes is amazing. Like, you're just, eating and just, while you're eating, you're like, making sex noises and stuff. Like, it's just that good, bro. Like, it's tingling your taste buds. Yeah. Like, and especially even the poutine. I'm a big poutine fan. Right. And anyways, first 5 minutes, amazing. Then it's, you start getting kind of full-ish, and you're like, okay, this is good. Like, 10-minute mark, bro, like halfway, that's when I started, like, sweating. And that's where I started getting, like, really full. Like, okay, this is going to be a lot. And I wasn't even halfway done. I was like, okay, I got to put my, foot on the gas pedal. Because what happens is if you don't finish it, you got to pay the $60 whatever it costs to me.
Yeah. I swear there's like a strategy they don't tell you. Like, you got to like start with something and then end with something else.
So how I did it was I literally just went layer by layer off the burger. What Connor did, I remember, and I saw people doing videos, they just take the whole burger and I just went layer by layer. And like, I go, 2 bites for this, 1 spoon of this, 1 spoon of that, a little bit of milkshake. They give you water though, which is huge. Water helps. But here's what I did though. I went into this. I take this shit seriously. So what I did though is I did research on how to obviously make my appetite and stomach the most space as possible, right? So I can fit all that food in. So what I did is the night before or the day before, I only ate watermelon for like 2 meals. Only drank water, and that was it. Nothing else. That morning I woke up. Nothing other than water. And what that does is you're still filling your body in and you're tricking your stomach into thinking, it's full, right? And it's, it allows that expansion. but you're actually not putting in any calories, so your body can actually, take in more calories. So when I did all that, I actually did a whole preparation for it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So you did your research. Yeah.
I did my
There's
research.
no way you can go in this just like
No.
Oh, this spontaneous. Just go fucking down like fucking 9,000 calories right in there and then.
Exactly. Unless you're like a 400-pound man,
who's
just obese or whatever, then you can no problem. Well, even for that, I think that's a problem because it's a 20-minute limit. That's the problem. So when Lucy's did that challenge, bro, and originally they started it, I think like 8 or 9, almost a decade ago, 8 or 9 years ago, and they started off with an hour, right? So people would come in and, guys would travel in, like, actual food experts or whatever you call it, eating experts. They come in, eating pros. They come in from different West Coast cities, like across America, and they come in and do it. And they're all on the Wall of Fame too, right? So it started off as an hour. Then they realized, oh, fuck, this is too easy. So they reduced it to 45 minutes. Then they reduced it to 30. And then people still kept getting it, so they reduced it to 20. So I was one of the first ones that was doing it under the 20.
20's tight, man.
Bro,
20's really tight.
20's insane.
Like, you gotta, like, throw it down. Like, you just gotta shove it down.
You literally gotta shove it down. Pause. Shove it up. No, down. But no, bro. The last what I wanted to say as well is the last 5 minutes. That was hell. That was hell. Like, it got to the point where I literally was just like poking the food down my throat, and I felt like a few times I actually was gagging, like about to throw up. But I was already so close. There was no way I was gonna quit and lose. So I did it, and I got it with I had 10 seconds left when I finished. So
10 seconds.
I made it at 1950, and the timestamp's on there as well on my picture.
They have your time.
So we're talking to like a local food challenge legend here.
Damn.
No, I'm not even close, man. You should see. There's some of these like skinny Japanese guys that literally do this professionally. And like that. What's
Kobayashi.
Kobayashi, bro.
Yeah.
Man, like where the fuck does that go?
Oh,
where do those fucking hot dogs go, right? Like,
it's
How many eat?
Oh, bro, he does he can do those challenges. I don't even know, like 70
it's
or something.
absurd. Like,
it's absurd.
50 hot dogs in like 3 minutes or something.
It's
fucking
fucked up.
10 minutes. I don't know.
Like, bro, he literally takes it and just pause. He just shoves it. Like, bro, it's crazy. Like, you're wondering, you're looking at his body, like literally his physical body. He's a skinny Japanese guy, and you're wondering, like, where the fuck does that go?
Yeah.
Like 50, even 10. I'm like, okay, 20. Oh, like 50, 70. Bro, it's crazy. Yeah, it's actually fucked up.
Like, how does that even fit in his body? Like, it's bigger than his body. Like,
bro,
just fucking explode right there and then.
Those guys make a lot of money.
They do. There's a lot of ways you can make money, man.
Bro,
like a lot of fucked up ways.
There's a lot of OnlyFans.
Dude, fuck. Like, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't know much about it, but like, you have to you don't have to like do like nude shit. Like, do you? Like, I don't even know. Like,
no, so that's why I brought this whole thing up. Was I had an idea on OnlyFans. I was like, maybe down the road, I'll just start doing some crazy food videos.
Okay, there you go.
Because I do have some people that love my food channel. I do have a food IG that's private because for certain reasons you'll see it.
Okay.
It's called Good Social. If you want to follow it after, I'll send you the link.
Okay, at Good Social.
At Good Social, it's GOOD, so 3 O's.
3 O's.
Good Social. Yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah, and that's a good page. And I actually have like 40-something followers, and they love it. They literally message me like, "Oh, your video is amazing." Okay. One of my main followers is Miguel. He loves my shit.
Oh, yeah.
So if I literally took those 40 and I told them the 40 followers, I'm like, "Hey, I have an OnlyFans page right now. You want to subscribe to it?" I think they would.
They would, yeah. Just out of support, just
out of support, yeah. And what I do is when I eat the food, like I eat good, different but like good, delicious food, and I make it sexual. Like, that's what I do. So like for example, I take like a piece of like little lamb or like a flank or whatever it's called, shank, sorry, lamb shank, and like you just got to see it, bro. But I make it comedy as well. Like, that's how I eat it though. I lick it a little bit, I spank it, I give it a little. It sounds good.
Oh man, you're funny, man. I knew you were gonna be funny as fuck.
Yeah, fuck. Well, I try and be funny.
Well, I told these guys, I called them last night and I was like, dude, we're good. Like, we don't even need to prepare for this. Like, this guy's a walking comedy.
You don't have to prepare for it. Anything you want to talk about, we talk about.
Fuck.
Except for the prostitutes.
Man, like, when did we? I was just thinking, like, how did we meet? When did we meet? I think I started like hearing your name when I was like grade 9, around grade 9, grade 8 ish, and I remember big guy from Kits.
But you came to drive for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I did. I came to drive in the in grade 10, summer grade 10, and then stayed to drive for a couple of years, and then
that's
we
where
personally met. I think and we got to connect on it was like a little random tournament in Seattle. Do you remember that?
Yeah, bro. That was like grade 10 or 9. No, grade 10. Going into grade 10 that summer. No.
It was almost like grade 11 or 12,
bro,
man.
It was, I remember now. It was, because I played senior. This I remember, bro. I played senior in grade 10 when I was in grade 10. And then going into grade 11, that's when we were there.
Right, yeah.
And what happened was...
It was me, you, Justin.
Tristan Arthurs.
And...
Convo.
No.
He didn't come. He was supposed to come, but he didn't come.
Dude, it was literally me, you, Justin, Tristan, and someone else. Fuck.
And 3 random Chinese guys.
Yeah,
remember that, bro?
Yeah.
That one guy. Fuck, what was his name? Walter or something.
Walter.
The really weird guy. Hopefully he doesn't watch this, but do you remember he was trying to spank all our asses the whole time?
Maybe, yeah.
I remember that. That was September.
Yeah. That was a random in the fall.
It was random as fuck. Chad was coaching us.
Yep, Chad.
We're at some random high school off Bellevue or something in Kent.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that, and we won.
We won. Yeah.
We played that really athletic team in the final. Remember that? And they thought they were the shit. Yeah. Do you remember they were like, y'all from Canada? Mm-hmm. We're like, yeah, we're from Canada. They're like, y'all Bieber lovers. Yeah. I was like, actually, we listen to Drake.
Yeah.
By the way, he's Canadian, you fucking assholes.
Yeah, you listen to Drake, he's from Canada, buddy.
Bro, Americans don't even know. A lot of Americans have no idea Drake's from Canada. Now they know more.
I believe that.
For real, yeah. Because he's just such a big cultural icon in America, right? Mm. They think he's American, but
he's also down there a lot too.
He is, yeah. Isn't he I think he's a dual or whatever now.
Yes, yeah.
5 years ago, you tell Americans, a lot of my teammates, even in pro last year and the year before, I'm like, yo, Drake's Canadian. They're like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, yo.
This is almost they want to be ignorant to the fact that he's Canadian because he's so hard and Canadians are soft, so it's it doesn't fit with what he stands for and his lyrics and stuff like that.
He's also the biggest celebrity, probably one of the biggest ones.
Biggest, I would say, musician undoubtedly, and then
right now, yeah.
Undoubtedly, and
biggest in the world.
Yeah.
100%, bro. Even in Taiwan, I went there 3 years ago in Taipei. Literally everywhere we go, they're playing Drake. Even in some stores and stuff, they have these pictures. And I was wondering, I was like, are they even do they even have legal, allowance for this use of this picture? They probably don't. Especially, bro.
Drake has no idea.
Drake has no idea, bro. Drake, what are you gonna do? Go to Taiwan and
there's posters of you in Taiwan, Drake. So you can go.
Yeah, bro. Go figure. Get your legal team and go figure that out.
Get some money out of it at least.
Yeah. Oh, bro, they make a lot of money over there, especially in Beijing and Shanghai, bro. For basketball, hip hop, all that shit, man. The culture there is real and it's growing. And they're, that's the problem with China right now. It's so secluded from Western civilization because they ban all the Facebook, Google, YouTube. That's a literally thing that happened. When I went with my phone and my laptop, I went to China 2014, and I try and open up my Gmail. That's fucking email. That doesn't load. It says some restriction or whatever. You can't open it, bro.
Google, I always thought that was people are just capping about that.
Bro, yeah.
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
So what can you search up? If you can't search up email, then...
So they have their own platforms, their own websites. The 2 main ones I know of are Weibo. It's Facebook / Twitter / search engine. And then the other one is QQ Tencent.
Holy shit.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy. And then they use WeChat. They use Ali, whatever it's called. They have
Alibaba.
They have Alibaba, right? And then they have all these other type of Allies too. They got Ali Search, Ali Pay, Ali this, Ali that, Ali prostitutes. Yeah. So yeah, bro. It's wild, man. TikTok, right? Yeah. TikTok is Chinese.
Yeah.
And then there's something now with Trump trying to ban it in the States.
Yeah.
Within 45 days, TikTok has to sell that North American division to America, like to whatever. Because they control it. Like they get all that fucking info and access data and stuff. It's crazy.
It sounds like Microsoft's going to buy it.
Well, it was Microsoft first, and now it's apparently Twitter.
Oh, is it? Okay. Shit.
I think Microsoft is still in the picture, but Twitter is also looking into it. Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Is Twitter owned by anyone or no? Aren't they owned by like Facebook?
No. Facebook owns Twitter?
No. Facebook owns Instagram.
Yeah, Facebook owns Instagram.
Jack
and like
Dorsey is one of the sole owners of Twitter.
Okay, wow. That's amazing. Wow. That's one of like the only fucking yeah. That's wild. Yeah. Because I know like even WhatsApp and Viber and all those, they're all owned by like some
Facebook
parent company. Is it Facebook?
Yeah.
Wow. Crazy.
So Facebook owns a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
Bro, yeah.
Most of the messaging stuff and like social stuff.
Okay. Yeah, man. To me, what was crazy was when I was learning about different products in retail, like for food and drinks and all that, right? Like Coca-Cola owns like 20 different companies. Nestle owns like all the all the different flavors of chocolate you see or all the drinks. You think you're like, oh, that's that company, that's that. Bro, they're all owned by the same company. Like most chocolates are either owned by Nestle or like Cadbury. Like, so you're eating an O. Henry, for example, that's owned by Nestle. Yeah. You're eating whatever, Kit Kat, that's owned by, for example, Cadbury. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I think it's another company. But you know what I mean? Like, crazy.
What did McDonald's own for the longest time? Was it Subway? No.
Bro, McDonald's.
They owned something that was like, Five Guys? No.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Five Guys is
Chipotle.
Oh, do they?
Yep.
Chipotle.
Yep. That's what I've heard. Yeah. Remember that?
See, I don't know that. That's
McDonald's
crazy.
Definitely owns Chipotle. I'm pretty sure.
That's why Chipotle tastes so good.
Yeah, man.
Fuck, man. That's wild. Well, here's another thing with McDonald's that people don't really realize. I'm not, if you're in business, you learn this. McDonald's owns the most real estate around the world.
Yeah. They're actually one of the biggest real estate companies in the world.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like, and in the primest of locations.
And that's a fact.
Yeah. That's a fact. Like, literally, they have, I don't know the number. I think it was somewhere north of 10,000. You can even search it up.
Yeah. I give you that
10,000 locations.
Yeah, bro.
I can see that.
And here's a cool thing.
Daniel, search it up, please.
Search it up.
Yeah, get the stats on that.
Yeah. Let's pull it up here. Put it on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, so here's something cool with McDonald's, actually. So when you're in, like, a country like Serbia, or when I was even in Czech or Lithuania last season. But this for me was where I was like Mona realization in Serbia. You go to McDonald's there, it's considered like a luxurious restaurant.
Wow.
For real.
Like a sit down bougie like place where you're like
a McDonald's in Serbia is like a Cactus Club in Vancouver. And that's not a joke or an exaggeration. It's real. Bro, yeah.
There's a low-key shot to Cactus Club. I love it.
No. It's hyping it up. Because if you go, you actually see like the restaurant is nicer. They make it like look nice. Here you go to McDonald's, it's like red, yellow, whatever, white. They've been doing remodeling recently, like brown, beige colors, right? But you go to Serbia, bro, like McDonald's is literally like looks fucking sexy. Like it's like a nice sit down place. I'm trying to give you a good example here. Cactus might not be the best example because Cactus is still more kind of like a bar scene. It would. Have you been in Manami?
I've never been.
No, it's like a really good sushi place downtown. It's so think of like
I have the picture in my head. It's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, Brown Social House. Think of it as Browns.
Okay.
That's a shot to Browns.
Yeah.
Unless they sponsor me, then different story. No, but bro, so you go there and you take your family out for like a special occasion. It's someone's birthday, bro. You don't go to some Italian restaurant or some like expensive sushi restaurant. You go to McDonald's. And that's literally like it's different. And you go there, it's expensive. You actually like spend if you want to get like a regular burger, it's like €8, €7, which is like $10. And it tastes like here. This is the thing, man. It tastes better. I don't know why. It tastes better.
You think so?
Yeah, better than Canada at least. Because what I found, even American McDonald's for some reason always tastes better and like juicier than here. I don't know what it is, bro.
I don't know.
I think it's all the like Food and Drug Administration regulations they have here. It's like, oh, it has to be non-GMO. It has to be, whatever, free, blah, 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 blah. In the States, it's so much more freedom. So like you can eat.
That makes sense.
You can eat juicier meat over there. Pause. I'm not the one who should say that pause. You should say pause.
What was the stat?
So McDonald's has $30 billion in real estate assets.
Wow.
Annual profits are around $4.5 billion. So
wow.
More real estate than
fuck.
profit on the food.
So there you go.
Wow, they're killing it.
30.
So here's the
That's
thing.
a lot. Wow.
In Serbia, like if you wanted to take a girl out for a date, you could go to McDonald's.
You for real?
And she would be like, "Oh wow, that's great."
No. She's like, this guy's balling. For real, bro.
That's like,
did I take a girl to McDonald's in Serbia? I can't answer that. Otherwise, here, because here the perception is you take a chick out to McDonald's.
Oh, that's just
they're like, oh, you fucking ghetto, dumb, like
slob, broke,
yeah, like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It is. That's how it is. But over there, it's an actual like luxury. It's and the similar thing. Czech wasn't as high level. Like in Czech, I think in Prague, you go to Prague, it's just regular. But in Ostrava, like the city I was in, which was like Eastern Czech, it was like more Eastern Euro mentality. Same thing. It's like, ooh, McDonald's. It's more expensive too. It's like more luxurious. It's wild.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do the people there know that McDonald's and other places are like less well known to be like a a nice place to be at? Like, do they know that like in the States or Canada, it's like sort of like a fast food joint? Like,
they don't know
what I mean?
They don't know. So when I go and I tell my teammates or my friends and even family, I tell them, hey, do you know? And I tell them like, fun fact: do you know McDonald's in North America? Man, a lot of other countries in the world too. But I talk about where we're from, and I was like, North America, you go to McDonald's, it's because you're either one in a rush to get somewhere and you need a quick meal. Two, you're just craving it after like munchies or whatever. Three, you just can't afford anything more. If you're broke and you gotta go eat for whatever it is, a couple weeks.
Quick junior chicken, let's go.
Quick, bro. Dollar menu. I told them about the dollar menu. They don't believe me. They think I'm flying, and I have to show them proof. I pulled it up on Google and I showed them the American and Canadian, because Canada doesn't even have that dollar menu anymore.
They don't, right?
They don't. They have like they call it the value menu. Right. So it started at $139 for like a McDouble or junior chicken. Then they bumped it up to $159. Trust me, I know these prices. Then they bumped it up a couple of years ago. They got it to $179, and that's when I started realizing, oh fuck! Like now it's not even worth it. I might as well just order a double cheeseburger. Yeah. It's like 60 cents more. But then now it's $199 for anything. You want to get a junior chicken? It's $199. It's $2. In America, still $1. It's amazing, man.
Wow.
You can get in America, bro. It's crazy. You know how it is, bro. So $5 gets you 20 nuggets. 20 nuggets, $5. You guys, you know that? No, for real. Yeah, you go down even to 6 nuggets here for that. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy, bro. You go down even just to Blaine, or I don't think Point Roberts has McDonald's. No, I don't think so. But you go to Blaine, like right across the border, bro. First McDonald's, try it. You'll see $5, 20 nuggets. Or if you're like me, you just get 2 orders of that. So 40 nuggets for $10, and you're full of shit, bro. But it's
there's like different sizes in the States too. Like for the drinks, it's like a fucking XL and like a double XL or some shit. I remember there was one McDonald's. Where was it? I think it was. I'm gonna say Portland. It was like double XL fries.
Yeah, bro.
It was literally like 2 feet.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's for real, man. Like in the States, they have this. Most places call it super size.
That's what it is.
That's what it is, bro.
Yeah.
Super size. So you have, small, medium, large. I don't even think they have small. It's like medium, large, XL. And then they have super size. And that shit is nuts. I don't think McDonald's does it anymore, though, because they got sued or something.
I think so, yeah.
You're right?
Well, I know
but you're right. They
Canada,
did have it.
Yeah.
In Canada, there's
no chance, yeah.
Here, so in Canada, an extra large drink is like your medium drink in McDonald's in the States. That's how it is, bro. Yeah. Crazy. But even for clothes, like, for example, I'll have a shirt in Canadian double XL, but if I got the American double XL, it's like 2 times baggier and like longer, you know? Because Americans are, just statistically speaking, they are one of the fattest countries in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Obesity and stuff. It's crazy.
It's been like that for like years now.
For years. Oh, yeah, years and years. And it's because all the unhealthy food is so cheap and available. It's everywhere. And they market the fuck out of it, right? So like even if you're stopping to fill up gas and you're at the gas station, like the food is, you see a chocolate bar, see a bag of chips, whatever, Coca-Cola, like, yo, it's only 59 cents. And it looks so delicious. And you got to buy it, right? And you're like, no. But here, like that's what I like about Vancouver lifestyle. Here it's really an active lifestyle, and I don't know if you guys noticed that, but especially here, like I live in Yaletown, right downtown, and every morning, man, people are running, biking, smoothie shops everywhere, you know, like healthy smoothies. You got poke bowls. That's like a big trend, right? For the last couple of years, poke bowls. You got yoga moms. You got like literally classes of moms pushing their strollers with their babies and running. It's crazy, man.
Dude, that's one thing, man. I love the fact that it's like that because when you get up every morning, you go on the street, you see these people, you get motivated. You want to like, you know, you almost have to like be like, okay, like I need to work on my shit. I need to like stay in shape. I need to like, you know, level up to like, you know, almost fit in.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, like, you'll just fall, like, you know what I mean? Because if you see like a hot mom, you know, walking around,
I get motivated.
I don't know about you. I get motivated. Like, oh fuck, I don't want to go to the gym. See some fucking hot girl in some yoga pants. Fuck, okay, gym time. Let's go.
So wait, why does that motivate you though? Because you're like, you see them working that hard, so you want to work as hard? Or?
I don't know what it is. It's just like, if they look good, it's like, it makes me think, okay, like they want a guy that looks good too.
That's what I was gonna say. That's like me. I'm like, if they're already working on their body to look good, fuck, I got to do that as well.
Exactly, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, 100%, bro. And I even see now like these older like demographics, like 65, 70-year-olds. And they're out there literally doing like, you know, I don't want to laugh at them, but they're doing those like workouts with those like little 2-pound weights.
Oh, yeah.
You know, those ones. But bro, I see them and I'm like, shit, like even these guys are putting in work.
Dude, some of them are like shredded, like in shape.
Bro. Shredded.
I'm like, fuck, like, like you're good, man. Like you're like, here's my thing, man. Like, we're getting older and like as times are going forward, I feel like so for example, like 30 or 40 is the new 30. 60 is the new 50.
Yep.
70 is the new 60. Like every decade, it's going to be like, there's going to be so many more advancements that like the age is going to like go down a little bit, like 10 years down to what your actual age is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
bro. And it's like the way the culture is moving as well now. Like everyone's becoming more youthful in a way. Even the older generations are actually living like, you know, the lifestyles of younger generations because no one wants to feel old, right? But especially now, you're right, with technology coming out, like, fuck, you have everything and it's amazing, right? Like you have access, bro. And this is what I talked about like last year. I can literally take a 4K video, 65 kps or whatever it's called. What's that? Is KPS or whatever? Fuck. Anyway,
Second?
No, it's like the resolution thing.
Oh, okay.
Whatever it's called, an iPhone. And bro, I can literally just fucking send it to you in you know, China or Europe, like this, and you see that amazing quality right away. Zoom, like look at Zoom now. You know, I still have problems with it because it is sometimes a pain in the ass logging in. Yeah. Bro, even in Zoom, you're like, yo, this is amazing, right? And it just helps everyone connect better, but also live like more. I don't want to say the word youthful, but feel younger, right? Mm-hmm. And for example, like the one thing I noticed with like older adults is everyone has Apple Watches now. Mm-hmm. And they're, you know, keeping track of their calories and all this and all that. And bro, the coolest thing with the Apple Watch, I don't have one. I'm going to get one soon, but you can literally answer the fucking phone on the Apple Watch. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know that.
Yep.
Bro, yeah, you can actually answer and talk on the Apple Watch.
I've actually seen that. I've seen people talk to their hand like that.
Bro, yeah. It's crazy.
Kind of for running. Because you could like take a quick call or something like that, or like
yeah.
See like, you know, health stats or how far you run or like how fast you're going.
The amount of steps and stuff like that, calories.
Rather than you gotta like unzip, you know, then you get the phone out of the pocket.
Yeah, bro. It's technology's amazing.
It's
right?
crazy.
I do have one thing to tell you though. And you guys are gonna be like, because I was just 5 months ago, I didn't know about EMF at all. Electromagnetic radiation. You guys know about that?
I haven't heard of that.
Bro. It's a real thing, bro. And I sound like a crazy conspiracy nut or whatever. When I first heard about it, it was actually, I was watching that show. What's it called? Better Call Saul.
Love that show.
Right? And remember his brother, I forgot his name now, but his brother had that paranoia of
the sunlight.
The sunlight and
or
stuff.
Something like that, right?
And the mobile phones
Chuck.
and stuff.
That was
Chuck. Yeah.
Oh, and fun fact, Better Call Mo is originally inspired from Better Call Saul, so Better Call Mo.
That's a good
People are like, oh, why is it Better Call Mo?
Your IG handle?
Yeah. You guys didn't know that?
I know that.
Yeah, it's because of Better Call Saul, yeah.
That's why, okay, I was going to say it's catchy, bro. I like that actually. Better Call Mo.
He always comes up with catchy names.
Always, man.
Podcast name too, like
I like it. Yeah, you were explaining yesterday. I love the whole context behind that. That's awesome, bro. Rest in peace, Kobe, man. That's wild.
Shout out. He's wearing the Kobe shirt. I love that shirt.
Yeah, bro. Well, obviously when that happened, I was like everyone else. I was shocked, and I first thought it was like fake news, and I heard about it from a couple friends, and it's like, yeah, I think just someone's fucking on TMZ because TMZ is not the most reliable.
That was the first source I saw too.
That was the first source, and I was like, that's bullshit. They probably just got false info, and then even a week later, man, I was in like surreal denial. Like I didn't believe it was really happening, and even when I came back here. Even right now, like, to be honest, I still don't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, I still feel like Kobe's alive in LA doing his thing right now, whatever. Yeah. But that's how big of an icon he was, is he is alive in the whole, basketball community. Well, not even basketball, sports in general, the world. But he's alive in people's minds and in people's heart, right? So that's crazy. But
there's still days, man, like I'm just like lying down in bed or like I just, I'm thinking about I'm daydreaming or whatever, and then it just kind of hits me. I'm like, fuck, he's not here. Like, it's just, here's the thing. For me, he was the next person after my family that I would never, like, how, like, you always, like, obviously, like, I'm going on a hinge here, but, like, you think your parents are, will never go away. They'll never not be there.
Yeah.
And everyone dies. That's a fact of life. But after my family, after my mom and my auntie and stuff, he was the next person I thought was never gonna leave.
Yeah, you just don't think about it. Like, you'll never like be like, oh,
I could never fathom the thought of Kobe Bryant not being here.
Yeah,
and it was sort of like eye opening because I was like, damn, like he's gone just like that, like quickly, like just in a blink of an eye, bro.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of got me thinking, like, it's real. It's really, I knew it was real before. I'm not saying, I didn't believe in death or anything, but it just kind of like opened my eyes to it.
Yeah, bro.
In a different perspective.
Makes you think
a lot.
Makes you value a lot of things in life that you might have taken for granted. Because that's what I felt the same thing. I realized, I was like, okay. And that's why COVID was actually a blessing for me, at least. I got to spend so much time with my family the last 5 months because I was so used to my lifestyle of just always being busy with basketball, training, coaching, this, that, school. Like, I never saw my family, right? And I always thought, they're always going to be there forever. Like, I don't know. Then I realized, like, those are the most important people in my life, right? And I don't spend time with them, right? And then after Kobe especially, I started thinking, fuck, like, maybe I should literally dedicate a couple hours or a few hours every week to, like, doing more family time, right? Like, even if that's just, like, a couple hours dinner once a week, just being there in the moment with the people I love.
Right.
But before Kobe, obviously, like, I never really thought about that. Then I realized.
And that's not your fault. Like, that's how, like, I feel like 95% of society works. They always think, okay, like, they'll be there when I get home. They'll be there when I, get off the plane.
And you keep putting shit off, right? And for me at least, what I always would do, I'd be like, it's fine. We'll probably do something next week, or we'll do it next whatever, right? But then I think with COVID, I wouldn't say we were forced to be at. Well, we were technically forced to be at home, right, because of all the quarantine and stuff. But I realized, like, it was an opportunity to really reassess and reevaluate, like, what's important to you in life, like with values and where you come from, and reconnect with who you are, right? And man, that's been it's been a weird year, like 2020, bro. Like, it's been a really weird year.
I don't know. I personally, like you said, man, like, during this whole quarantine, I actually became closer to the people around me.
Yeah,
I've actually seen more people. I've put in more effort to, like, make plans and go out and do things. Fucking a lot of patio season, man. I'm sick of that. Just, hi, can I get your order? What do you guys want? I'll get a IPA lager. Pint or sleeve. Oh, fuck, I'm driving. On my sleeve.
Yeah,
and I'm always fucking driving too. I'm never fucking.
You're never just there. Uber. Yeah.
I've only used Uber, like, I think twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Since it came out here?
Since it came out. Because it came out pre-COVID, I think, like a month or two before.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Something like that. And
I wasn't here when it came out.
Yeah, you weren't here. Yeah.
But I heard about it. I was like, fuck, thank God.
Yeah.
Like, shit, finally.
Right.
bro. Yeah, like I'm the
And
same
then
way, bro.
yeah, I haven't. It's crazy. I haven't really used it. I haven't, gone to. Because here's the thing now. Like, it's like, where do you go? Like, let's say we go to the local. Let's say we go to Earl's or Cactus or fucking Joey's.
Joey's nice.
Joey's is
shout out to Joey's. They're not sponsoring me yet. They'll sponsor you guys, bro.
I hope so. I like Joey's. I think out of the three, Cactus, Earl's, and Joey's is my favorite.
Joey's
food wise.
Oh, I was thinking drinks wise. They're all good, but Joey's has a certain feel to it.
Dude, Cactus and Earl's, they seem the same to me. Like, if you showed me two menus and you asked me which one's Earl's and Cactus, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I just don't even really pay attention to them. I'm just like, okay, what are we having?
Which one's the cheapest beer and happy
cheapest
hour?
Beer, basically.
That's what I.
Hi, what do you guys have on tap? Oh, we have this and that. Okay, I'll have that.
Yeah.
I don't really fucking memorize. Okay, this is what Earl's has. This is what Cactus has.
Yeah, me neither. I have no idea other than the $4 edamame at Cactus. When I'm on a diet, that's the only thing I eat, bro.
Bro, edamame is literally just beans, like green beans.
It's literally beans, bro. It's a waste of money.
Oh,
you can go buy a TNT. You can just go buy a whole fucking bag of edamame for $4.
But they're salted to perfection.
They are. They're so good. And like for me, I'd rather spend the $4 at Cactus. If I'm eating, on a diet or whatever healthy, I'll do that because it's worth it. But I agree, bro. It's the same menu. Almost.
Exactly. Yeah.
The one thing that I do love is the crispy chicken sandwich at Cactus. Yeah. So good. Oh, is that the super soaked or?
It's like a blini, but rosé or something. I don't know. But like a slushy.
That's Cactus, right? That's Cactus.
Oh yeah, Cactus. Yeah, that is.
Yeah. Frozen, yeah. I think it comes like lime and strawberry or some shit.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I think it is.
Yeah.
They had this weird thing in Czech, and this is a little bit off subject, but they literally had tequila beer. So you literally have tequila in the beer. You don't drop it in the beer. It's like you can buy the bottles, or they can serve it to you like that as well. Like literally, they give you some like more Spanish-y, like Latino beer, and they literally drop a shot of tequila in there and you just drink.
So just like a Jaeger bomb.
Kind of like that, yeah. Like a Jaeger bomb, tequila and beer.
Oh,
but then what you can also do is go to a liquor store, or just over there. You don't have to go to liquor. You can go to a regular store, like in the States, and you just buy bottled tequila beer. It's literally beer with tequila inside. Fuck. Yeah.
I don't know how that would work.
Tastes good.
Is it?
Yeah, bro, it tastes really good.
Nah, the whole notion of don't mix your drinks, that just completely goes out the window in Europe, I feel. They don't even, like, I feel like to them, like, what's the saying? Like, beer before...
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, the one where it's like,
you're
in the clear.
Liquor before beer, you're in the clear. Beer before liquor, never sicker.
Never sicker, yeah. I feel like if you said that in Europe, they'd be like, what does that even mean? Like, what is
they're like actonacque, like you're a bitch. Yeah, bro. Over there, there's no such thing as mixing. At least the countries I was in. I don't know. I think Western Europe's a little bit more similar to us here in Canada and America, but in Eastern Europe, bro, yeah, you're right. There's no such thing as you're mixing. Like it's for them, it's like a myth if you think about that.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh yeah, sure, I'll have a shot of whatever vodka, or they love vodka in Eastern Europe. But then someone's gonna pull out a whole bottle of Slivovica, which is like plum brandy, 50% alcohol. It's actually really smooth, but it hits you. And they're pulling it out, and they're like, "Oh, shots for everyone." And you're not thinking, should I mix white with? You just drink it. You just drink it. Like, and it's like, I think it's a society over there. It's different too. Like when you're drinking, it's a very, very social thing. Like right now, I'm drinking, and say we're all drinking, and I offer you a drink, and you say no. You're a fucking piece of shit. Get the fuck out of here. That's literally how people see it, and you wouldn't say no because you know that. It's like just the standard is like you have to drink.
Fuck, that's intense, man.
That's
really intense.
8 a.m.s in Serbia when I'm with my family, you wake up for breakfast, 8 a.m. The first thing you do, for real, is a double shot. Like not even 2 shots. It's a double shooter glass. Slivovica, rakia, which is like 40.
Just to start your day.
Before you eat. It's like just the whole mentality is it starts your day well. It's like a shot of coffee or something and boosts your metabolism and gets you going and makes you like warmer.
Right.
For real. Yeah, for real. And that's the first thing you do. So like my first time when I went back after a long time was with my mom 5 years ago to visit my family. And I thought it was a joke when my uncle literally brought out the bottle. I thought it was a test to see if I was an alcoholic, right? Because he heard like American colleges, crazy party animals, whatever, right? So he pulled out the bottle, and it was the rakia, which is, and essentially there's homemade version, which could be up to 70%. It's like moonshine. But anyway, he had the homemade one. I don't think it was 70. I think it was like 60 or something. But he poured it, and I'm looking at it. He's like he takes it. He's like, Živali, nazdravlje, right? And I was like, I'm looking at my mom, and I was like, it's a test. Like, no, drink.
She was like, just do it. It's fine.
Yeah, she's like, don't embarrass me.
Nah, fucking Serbs. I love Serbs.
Yeah.
I grew up with so many Serbs.
You did.
Luka Petrovic, Miloš. Yeah, Miloš. Shout out Miloš Lazic. That's my guy.
Bro, yeah. He's been, I reconnected with him a little bit on IG.
Yeah.
He's awesome, because he's doing all the hiking and stuff.
Yeah, he's doing a lot. Yeah, he's doing a lot of
Great
traveling.
photos, man. Yeah. I've used this stuff for a live Instagram page that I started a few months ago.
Plug it. Get it in there. What is this?
Oh, Alive? Oh, well, I was going to talk about this after.
Oh, I've seen that. That's you?
Yeah. It's like a lifestyle brand. Essentially what it is we're doing our first drop of apparel coming up in September. Clothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just you?
It's me and a couple other business partners. I can't disclose the names right now. I'm kidding. Drew Green, Donald McGuinness. There are two older guys. One of them is a parent of the kids that I coached. But yeah, we're doing just a little line of apparel to start with, like a Vancouver-based brand. There's so many in Vancouver already, but we just want to, inspire people to go out and live life to the fullest. So it all started kind of with the IG, just going out there and reposting people's photos. We even have a thing right now where if you DM us like a photo that you want posted, we'll feature it on the IG page. By the way, we're not big or anything. We only have like 300 followers or whatever, but we're very local based and like within the Vancouver community, athletic community, and hopefully we grow. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. But in terms of the clothing, bro, it's it's like leisure wear. Yeah, high fucking quality athleisure wear. Like our original our supplier right now for the fabrics, our fabric source is Kendor. Kendor's, Kendor?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro. They were Lululemon's original supplier, and they have the best fucking stuff out there. They have Tencel, they have merino wool, they have the bamboo natural fibers, which is amazing. I'm not even a fucking fashion guy or anything. Like I'm not. I was learning all this the last 6 months or 5 months, but yeah, man, no, cool. Yeah, Alive. Miloš, I saw some of his photos. I was like, bro, do you want to just, get featured and we'll repost and tag you and shout you on? He's like, yeah, bro.
He's an active guy. Yeah.
He's an active guy, man. And it's cool. And that's the other thing with COVID, man. It's allowed people to go out there and really have a more active lifestyle. Right. If you're an outdoor person. Right. Because, fitness gyms were closed. And that's something I struggled with, by the way. For 3 straight months, like I could barely like work out in terms of like weights and all, like strength training. Yeah. Same as you probably, because you're used to Saltis as well, right?
Yep.
And, I live in a condo in Yaletown, and my building actually doesn't have a weight room. So I tried, going into my friends' weight rooms or the other buildings they live in, but it's all closed because of COVID. You can't go in there. And I'm looking, I was like, should I even buy weights? Like, can I even drop them? Like, hand cleans and all that. You can't drop weights at a condo.
Oh, God, no.
So, bro, all I've been doing, shout out to Miguel and Saltis, is I've been doing Saltis outside. Yeah. And Mig's been awesome, man, with the K-Box.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
You guys know the K-Box? No. It's like a $10,000 machine. NBA teams, NHL teams, NFL teams have it. It's eccentric force. So what that means is like you're strapped to this thing, like this platform, and literally it's weighted, and you go up, right? Whatever it is, squat, deadlifts, what else is there? Lunges.
So you can do like bicep curls on it, like try like like back like pulls and stuff like that. You can do everything on it.
Yeah.
And you pull it up, and then it pulls you back down. Like the inertia pulls you back down. Yeah.
Literally, so yeah, the force you pull it up with is the exact same force that pulls you down. So you're getting like best of both. You're getting, you're obviously pulling it up and it's heavy. You can choose how heavy it is. And then as soon as you pull it up, you got to be ready because it's going to pull you right back down. So it works on that eccentric movement, which is really valuable, especially for basketball.
Oh, yeah.
But even like a lot of sports, man, like football is such a stop and go sport, right?
Yeah.
Soccer's more, I think, aerobic. But in moments, soccer is anaerobic as well. You got to have bursts of like sprints and explosiveness. But for basketball, especially, man, like this is what we were talking about, I think, earlier last year. Remember, like when you're playing, You got to have the like aerobic cardio base where you're in shape. You have stamina and endurance. You can go on for like an hour, right, without getting tired. But then you have to have that whole anaerobic aspect, which is just change of speed, right? Explosive. You got to be able to fucking, blow by your defender, like sprint back or whatever. It's very, very dynamic. That's the word. Yeah. And that's the thing, man. I remember with you always had amazing change of speed, like your hezzies and stuff, bro. Like,
oh, you think so?
100%, bro.
Oh man.
Thank you, man. I'm trying to butter you up. No, but for real, like, I was never the fastest guy on the fucking court in terms of like that. There's a lot of fast guys. There's a lot of athletes, right? Like just really athletic guys. But the problem with them is they don't understand that you shouldn't be going the same speed the whole time. Basketball, like what's so beautiful about it, it's an art, is you gotta be, deceptive and change your pace, like
exactly.
Even, you can do a little like swing dribble, whatever, a little cross, a little hezzy, like a gallop. And then from that, if you have that perfection where you just go boom, in that split second, you can just blow by, just beat the 1 foot, you're over. Right. It's over. And that's what you were good at. I remember that. And you shot the shit out of it.
Oh man, I'm
hyping him up over here.
Man. I don't know what to say.
It's true though. I remember that, and that tournament. I remember we won, bro. That was you had a few threes that game. I remember.
What tournament is this?
This
in Seattle, bro.
In Seattle. It was the tournament we're talking about. It was like we played. So the finals, we played the host team, the high school team, and they were just like, I remember in warm up, they were like fucking dancing around, like. Just like jumping up and down, like joking around, like
they thought they were gonna beat the fuck out of us. That's what they thought, literally.
And I was kind of like, fuck, like they do look athletic, they're big. I mean, they had like 3 or 4 like 6'5", 6'6" dudes, and you were only big. Like it was literally me, Tristan, Justin, and some other kid that were like all the same size, like 5'11", 6 feet, and then we had to use 6'8".
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, fuck, I hope Luca fucking goes off. And
we all went off though, honestly. Yeah. I remember even Justin was going off.
Justin was good, man.
He was really good, bro.
Here's one thing I will always take. I'll take it to my grave, man. I hate the fact that we never beat you in high school. Handsworth, I remember, because here's the thing. From top to bottom, bro, you guys, I remember from grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, you guys were always ranked top 5 at least in the province. And I remember you guys won it in grade 10.
Yeah.
Remember that year the Provincials got canceled, but a few teams stayed? Yeah, you guys won it that year. Yeah. And I remember, fuck, man, you guys...
AAA Provincials?
AAA,
yeah.
And...
that was back before Quad A even existed.
Yeah.
That was the highest level back then.
Quad A became a thing after we graduated high school. It was like a year after.
Yeah. Quad A, yeah.
And...
sorry, that's a new thing? When did that happen?
So that happened probably in 2014? 2013, 2014.
I think it was 2014.
Something like that. Yeah, 2014.
It was right after us, yeah.
It was right after us.
What happened was they had obviously there's so many schools, right? And so many teams, but what they realized is they have way too many in AAA because there's like 1,000 or something like that. In all of BC. 1,000 AAA schools. So they said, okay, to make it even more competitive in their mind, let's make another tier, which is Quad A, and only put in the like highest level or like the biggest schools playing in that. But what they fucked up on though is they put this criteria where in order to qualify for Quad A, you have to have a certain number of students in your school, like your high school. It shouldn't matter, right? It should be how good your team is, right? But then what they did is they went on like saying, I forgot the exact number, but here's an example. If you were like a really top team in the province, but your high school only had like 300 or 400 kids total, you wouldn't be able to qualify for Quad A, which is stupid. So then, do you remember Brentwood College?
Yep.
They had like an all-star fucking team, like literally just a bunch of fucking athletes, amazing couple guys. They had that one, what was his name? Soul Bowl or whatever. It was like a 6'8" just dunker. No, this was after us. The next year after.
Oh man, I don't know.
They were like the top team in the province by far. Like all of the province, any tier. But their school was a private school and it only had like 200 kids. They were single A, 1A. And it wasn't even fun. Like they just whooped everything by 50 and they won the whole thing. No one even really knew about them because they never got any hype because they were in single A. Right. You know what I mean?
They have a good girls program, right?
They do.
Okay.
They do. And then and then there was that one year. Well, okay, here's a good example. King George Dragons.
Mm.
They're a legit program in downtown, but they're double A because they're a smaller school.
Mm.
They're a public school, right? And they only have, I think, like 800 kids or something.
Mm.
And they can't compete in the quad A provincials or anything because they're a smaller school.
That's okay.
Stupid.
All right.
But let's not talk about BC basketball and stuff because
But like,
I'll go on a rant.
but man,
I have to every time we talk about BC basketball, I have to mention I'm from White Rock Christian.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fuck you guys. Yeah, bro.
Every time plug it a little.
What grad class were you in?
09.
Oh shit. Okay, so you were a little bit older. You guys, for a while, you guys had like a disrupt. You guys won like a few provincial championships.
Yeah.
with the team with Vartan.
So that's why I said fuck you. Is my senior year, my grade 12 year, we were ranked first in the province all year. We won every fucking tournament that we were in, like literally every tournament. And we get to the provincial semifinal on the big stage, right, in the LEC. And we're playing White Rock. And we played White Rock already that season 4 times, and we beat them all 4 times. And this was our 5th time, right? And we came in there, and we I wouldn't say we were complacent, but they just had a hell of a game plan. Their coach back then was Scott Allen, Tyus Allen.
That was his coach too.
Yeah, Scotty. So I don't know how he coached them, and because he coached Trinity Western as well that year. Yeah, he was coaching both, which was good for him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he came up with a hell of a game plan, man. And what it was to actually let me get the ball inside the post and score. That was the game plan. Because before, what they would do is they would always double and triple me. And for me, I'm a good passer out of the post. I can kick it. I can find shooters. I can find cutters. And, my teammates, you remember, like Justin Z and all these guys, they could shoot the fuck out of it. So, like, I'll get it inside. And as soon as the defense collapses, I find the open guys. And that's how we hit all these threes, right? Momentum changers. But that game, they realized, just let Luca do his thing in the post, and we'll just deny the shooters on the perimeter and stuff.
Wow.
That's what they did. So anyway, we ended up losing. It wasn't a buzzer beater. It was, so it was, we were up 1, 7 seconds left. They inbound. It was out of bounds for White Rock, and they inbounded it to Tyus. And what happened was Justin, for some reason, was trying to deny him on the inbound. And what happened was Tyus barely caught it. Yeah. And as Justin was flying out to deny, he got beat, and Ty swept and went right in for an open layup, bro. And he hit a layup for like with 4 seconds left. We didn't have a timeout. We had to inbound it quickly. I think we gave it to Jonathan at like half, and he tried to shoot a 3. But we didn't. Yeah, it all happened so fast, bro. That was that. Yeah.
Man,
that was one of the worst moments in my life.
Wow, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah. I respect the hell out of White Rock, though. Great program.
Yeah. Scott was a really good coach.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's the thing with them. They're a small school, so are they?
Yeah, so we wouldn't have been able to play quad A.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Technically,
which is stupid. No. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you wouldn't.
You had to fight to get into AAA as well.
AAA, I think you would have. Well, you were in AAA.
You were in AAA,
yeah.
But they've changed even that now because of all the tiers or whatever thresholds.
Yeah.
But bro, like White Rock doesn't even have a program now, right?
Completely done.
It's sad.
It turned into like an academic school. It used to be like a sports school.
Yeah.
Bro, fuck, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no more White Rock.
Yeah.
No more WRCA.
WRCA, yeah. Dude, I remember fucking your team. So I gotta tell you this, man. Every time I think about it, like I was saying before, I'm so mad we never beat you when I was in Hands, man. And here's the thing: you guys were so good from top to bottom. You had Justin, Tom Campbell, which was really good. He was really good during that time. Noah,
who
had a
great career.
He had a great Pac West career.
Yeah.
Cole. He ended up playing post secondary. And I remember telling my guys, like, fuck, man.
Sokic,
Stefan.
Yeah.
Yo, me and Stefan went, I don't know if you know, but me and him were at Spire.
Yeah, I know that. Bro, I was going to ask you actually afterwards about that.
Yeah.
Good thing you brought that up.
Yeah. So he was like, he was basically my roommate. We all had like, so the whole like floor of the hotel was dedicated to the Hoopers.
Yeah, that's
and he was just across the room. Yeah.
You guys were boys, right?
Yeah,
for
man,
what, 10 months or something? 8 months?
9, 10 months, yeah.
Damn, bro.
But yeah, man, I told my guys, like I remember in high school in grade 10, I was like, we played you guys, we didn't play you guys, we played you guys in tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time we played you was in tournaments. And I always told myself, fuck, if we beat kids, man, we have a chance to be good. I always told myself that. Like, I knew you were the best player in the province. I know you guys had a bunch of good, crafty guards. And I was always like, fuck, okay, let's go. And I remember one game, it was a tournament, I think it was out in Charles Best. I think that's where it was. It was a fucking random tournament. We happened to get you guys first fucking round or second round. And we jumped out to like a 6-2 or 8-2 lead. And you guys called a quick timeout. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. This is it. Like, fuck Kitsilano. This is like, we're about to fucking, make the next step.
Fuck these rich white boys on the west side.
Bro, we came out of the timeout. You guys were in a fucking, like, we were inbounding on our side. And you guys were setting up in a full court press, and I was like, fuck, here we go. Like, I knew that was a bad sign because you guys had this fucking look in your face, and we just couldn't beat the fucking press. You guys literally made us turn it over like 3 or 4 times in a row. Went up, you guys fucking went on a 10-0 run. I was like, yeah, that's game.
Bro,
by that point, I was like, I know it's game. I knew if we fell back, like, behind against you guys, it was over. So
I think I remember this tournament now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we had I don't know if it was Charles Best. I think it might have been like STM or something, maybe.
Something like that.
But I remember it was like a private school tournament.
It was a private school tournament,
yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember this now because, I think if this is the one we're talking about, I think what happened was you guys went up to like, I think it was like a 10-2 or 12-2 lead.
Yep.
And you guys were just hitting everything in the first like 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. That's what it was.
Yeah. We were hype, man. It was.
I remember this now. Yeah. And then our coach was like, yo.
Like, you just step the fuck out. Yeah, let's turn up.
Yeah.
And when you guys set up in the full court, I was like, okay, well, first things first, we got to beat it. Like, here's the thing. In my head, against you guys, it was like step by step. Like, first beat the press, set up, and then run a play. Yeah. It was never like, okay, we got to fucking score now. You know what I mean? It was very like segmented into different parts. And at that point, it was like, you guys went on. We turned the ball over like 4 or 5 times in a row in that press, and at that point, I was like, "Fuck, it's over."
We had a good press, bro.
Yeah, it was deadly.
I remember that. It was deadly. I love their press because my whole role was just to stay on the other hoop and just chill.
Yeah, just chill out.
I just chill, bro. Man. I'd literally be like this. I'd jog back over while the guards are there, and I'm just like. And my dad's obviously just yelling. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Make your layups or whatever."
Dude, that's one thing I remember. Your parents were so
passionate, crazy, in a great way.
Oh yeah, great way.
Yeah, bro.
That's Serbs though, man. Serbs are the most passionate and patriotic people I've ever met. It's not even close. I'm biased because I grew up with a lot of Serbs.
Yeah.
But man, you guys are fucking deadly when it comes to it. Like it's
crazy, bro. Yeah.
What is that? Like, where does that come from? Like,
so great. You're right, 100%. The history is so rich in the Serbian ancestry, and it dates back like from like the early Serbian like civilizations. It's like 2,000-3,000 years ago. They make jokes like Jesus was Serbian.
Nah, Serbian.
I don't know.
They would believe that, man. Like, they'll convince you that it's true. Yeah,
But that's the thing with the Serbs, like the customs, the cultural history, like the traditions and stuff. It's been kept for so many generations, and when I say generations, I'm talking about like centuries and centuries, right? And that's why there's a lot of pride behind that. It's like, look, we've kept all this. Like the Serbian calendar, like the Christian Orthodox, the religion that all Serbs are, is it's 2 weeks behind. So essentially, what that means is it's the old calendar, which is like the right way. Orthodox meaning like correct or not correct, but old school. You know what I mean?
Right.
And for example, like we celebrate Christmas January 7th because it's 2 weeks, right? And that's the original way, right? And then obviously the new calendar got implemented, whatever. But then that's one aspect is religion, right? The other one is the pride, which Serbia's been overtaken and occupied by the Ottoman Empire so many times. And back in the day, the Ottoman, which were the Turks, they had an amazing, civilization and like everything going on there. But even when they occupied Serbia for like decades and decades, the Serbs never lost those traditions, values, customs, and that was a huge thing. And if you can overcome the Ottomans, that was kind of the mentality. If you can overcome the Ottomans, you can overcome anything. And then what happened, obviously, in the 90s, the split of Yugoslavia, that was tragic and brutal, right, with all the war and stuff. But even after that, like, nothing changed. Like, if you're Serbian, you're Serbian. And there's just such a I like what you said, patriotic. It's true. I don't like the word nationalist that much anymore, just because for some reason there's like a negative connotation.
Right.
It seems like if you say, "Oh, I'm nationalist," they're like, "Oh, you hate all the other countries." No, nationalist means you're proud of who you are, right? And even when like Trump says, the stupid shit he says, when he says nationalist, I'm like, oh. If you're an American, you should be proud you're an American.
Right. Yeah.
I go around traveling as a Canadian. I say I'm a fucking proud Canadian. When I tell them about my Serbian heritage, I say I'm proud of my Serbian heritage, right? And you probably have the same exact feeling, right? But here's the cool thing with Serbs. Serbia is one of the smallest countries in Europe. One of the smallest countries in the world. It's like, I think now it's like 5 or 6 million people, because every 5 years the borders get smaller and smaller because all these like different pieces are getting taken away, like Kosovo, for example.
Right.
And there's a whole shit show going on with that right now. But for such a small country, bro, there are just so many fucking amazing world athletes. World class athletes. Yeah. And they like basketball, like Serbia's ranked second right now in the world in basketball. You look at all the talent that's coming out to the NBA, the highest level, EuroLeague, everywhere.
Yeah, I would say they produce the best basketball players outside of the States.
100%, bro.
There's almost like no
bro, any team you go to, there is no debate. Yeah. This is just a stat. Any team you go to, like any college team in the States or Canada or wherever, even in the world, any pro team in Europe, even NBA teams, you have minimum one Serbian guy, sometimes two, right? Like that's how many high-level talented Serbs are. Then you look at the NBA, there's like 20 whatever. And we talk about Yugoslavians, like former Yugos. That includes Croatians, Bosnians, Montenegrins. Like even those countries, right? Like that's a lot of talent for such small countries. Right. But then here's the other thing too, is it's not only basketball, bro. You have soccer, you have volleyball. Here volleyball's not that popular, but in Europe volleyball is very popular. It's also, you got tennis. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, tennis, Djokovic.
He's like, man,
he's at 17 now. He's like 3 away from beating Federer in all-time greatness. Like if he gets 3 more Grand Slams, bro, he surpasses Federer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Federer is the top right now. Yeah, Djokovic. We had Sadovic. There's a couple other guys on the rise now.
Right.
Raonic, for example, Milos Raonic. He's Canadian, but his parents came from Serbia.
Yeah.
Here's another cool fact. Luka Doncic. So he's Slovenian, right? He grew up in Slovenia.
Right.
But his from his ancestry, like his side of parents and stuff, they're Serbian. They're actually Serbian. Slovenian.
Okay. Yeah. So that's the thing. I always knew, like people were telling me, Luka, his background, like his heritage is Serbian, but he considers himself Slovenian.
Yeah.
So I always had that mixed up. I didn't really.
It's the exact same way as me. I was born here. I was raised here. I'm Canadian. Like my first nationality that I tell people when they ask me is I'm Canadian, which is true. I'm Canadian. But my whole background and heritage is Serbian.
Oh, okay.
So that's the same thing for him in Slovenia.
Slovenia.
Yeah.
He's Slovenian, but his whole background and heritage is Serbian.
Exactly.
Fuck, he's good, man.
Yeah, right?
He's disgusting.
So I think he gives hope to all those, kind of taller, but also like chubbier, chunkier kids. Like you don't have to be a freak athlete like Giannis, right?
No.
You can just be smart, really smart, witty, and like also just, high IQ.
High IQ, yeah. Just uses his body, like gets you, like puts you in jail, puts you on his back, and then keeps you there.
Yeah.
And he's so patient with he's good.
Patience, man. That's the biggest one, man.
Oh,
he's so patient.
So patient.
He's so good. And even with like guys like him, you have Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic is like a really high level player. And even in the FIBA World Cup a couple years ago, bro, that motherfucker was balling.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But then he's just not at the same
he's more of a shooter though.
He's a shooter, that's why. Luca's like, you're 6'7" PG, just like. And he brought a totally new style again to the NBA, which hasn't really been seen before. That's the cool thing about basketball; it's always evolving. Right?
Oh yeah.
You had Steph Curry 5-6 years ago just starting his crazy shit, and then all these kids now are fucking just popping threes from like 3 feet out. Bro.
Dude, the game, man, it's fucking going. And that's the thing, like guys like Luca are just gonna take it to the next level. Fuck, man, he just turned 21.
Yeah, that's insane.
And he carries himself like a 26, 27-year-old that's been in the league for like 8-9 years already.
Yeah.
He's fucking good, man.
He's really good.
He's one of my favorite players in the NBA right now to watch.
Bro, me too. I love watching him. I also love watching Dame, obviously. Like,
Dame,
he's
oh
insane.
my god.
But bro, even Booker, I've been having a good time with. I haven't been watching League too much, by the way, the last couple of weeks.
Oh really?
Yeah, I
not?
don't know. I just stopped watching because of COVID, obviously, and nothing
Right.
was on. And then
Yeah.
when it came back on, I wasn't that excited.
Okay.
And I saw a couple of those games where they have the fucking digital people in the back.
Yeah,
It's so weird.
I don't know.
To me, I don't even.
It's-
Yeah.
It's cool what they're doing, but I just think a lot of the NBA, it's just a lot of things they're doing is kind of gimmicky.
Yeah.
But I mean, it keeps people involved, which is
It
good.
does,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? And NBA is a business, so they want money.
Of
And I
course.
don't know, dude. Here's one of my buddies actually mentioned this. What if one of the people in that like digital like viewing thing decides to like flash the freaking?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
bro.
Do you have to sign a waiver or something to like fucking do that? You know what I mean? Like, what if
Bro, you
just a
probably
girl just
put your
fucking
pants down
yeah.
or whatever? Yeah.
LeBron shooting a free throw, some girl just fucking shows her tits? Like,
Bro, that's
what's the regulation around that?
Well, like, who you buy those tickets or like?
So I'm assuming it's like ticket. Like, you buy a ticket, right?
I have
Like,
no idea.
I have no fucking idea.
I've just seen
either.
it on TV.
Yeah.
I see the weird fucking people in the background.
I swear you have to sign a waiver, and there's some legal action into it if you do some fucked up shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly.
You know, have you ever thought of that?
Yeah.
My buddy was like, dude, what if like some girl is just fucking like trying to fuck with like LeBron or something? He just fucking flashes like, you know?
See, that would help me make my free throw. I'd be like, oh yeah.
Man.
But yeah, man, that's cool with the NBA what they've done. Except here's the fucked up thing with baseball. Have you seen baseball? They had literally they had cutouts.
Oh yeah,
in
that
the
was
stands.
yeah, that was
stupid, bro.
That was stupid. That was
What the fuck? If you're already gonna do stuff like that, just sell that advertising space.
Right.
You know?
baseball. I don't understand why they couldn't just like have fans come in, but like sit them far apart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like because there are like games where there's like barely fucking no fans in the crowd. You know?
Yeah, it's
Dude,
true.
literally, like if you see the highlights, sometimes like home run, it like fucking goes in the stand with like 2 people in there.
So, bro, 100%. That's what I even thought from the NBA. I was like, if the rule is what 6 feet or 2 meters, 2 meters, right?
2 meters, yeah.
Why can't you just space out the seats 2 meters or block every 3 seats in between and then like what is wrong with that?
I don't know.
It would look weird though. I think if you're watching it, like you see the arena and it's like spaced out.
Yeah.
It would, but at the same
Like, everything's
time,
weird right now.
everything's weird.
It all kind of looks a little different.
It does.
You might as well do something like it's already like 2020 has already been fucking unprecedented. So why don't you do something that's like completely
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
you know?
Even in Europe now, like most leagues that are starting that have confirmed their schedule, they have no fans allowed. No fans allowed. So I don't know what they're going to do. And there's a lot of leagues right now around the world still that have no idea if they're going to start the season in October, January, or just cancel it for the year being. And a lot of it comes down also to like the financial stuff, like like if they can even afford that.
Exactly.
For me personally, like I don't even know. We talked about us last night a bit. But I have no idea what's going to happen.
You have no idea.
No.
Just put you on ice, kind of like waiting for the. Well, I mean, we talked to Diego. Diego was on the show a few weeks ago. Diego Kaplan.
Oh hell yeah!
Great guy.
Great,
And he plays in Spain, and he still doesn't know. His agent was telling him to, just stay ready, stay in shape. Fucking just wait it out.
So here's the thing. He plays for the Oro, LEB Oro, which is it's the first league of the LEB leagues. There's 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So he's playing in that first league. And there's the higher league, which is the ACB. That's the top league that I was talking to you about that Connor plays in. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So the one that Diego plays in, like they're just like me, like they don't know what's going to happen yet.
Right.
Connor's league, because it's so high level, they have so much money behind it. They can afford to do all the, even no fans, no ticket sales. They can still afford that, right? Because of all the sponsorship and all the partnership revenue that they get coming in. TV deals, even like they have all their games are on
televised.
European TV and stuff.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, because that's how big big time they are.
Mm.
Then all these other leagues, like, fuck, you don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
And even so, here's the other thing. I was talking to my agent actually 2 days ago, and he was saying that right now the problem with teams bringing in imports is it's still a risk. If you bring in an American guy, and let's say you guys have a season for a month or training for a month, and then afterwards, something happens or there's a second case and they suspend the season. Now that team has to pay him out and fly him back home. And it's all a mess. It's too much of like a risk or whatever. You know what I mean? So they prefer not to bring in Americans.
Right.
I'm not saying every league, but most leagues are thinking about that right now.
Okay.
With that.
Yeah.
So that'll be tough for American guys and Canadian guys.
So you played in the Czech Republic and Lithuania.
And Lithuania. And I played for 2 months in Serbia last year.
Did you? Okay. In Serbia, you were domestic.
Yeah, so in Serbia, I have the Serbian passport as well, which I got 5 years ago. Okay. So I got that, but the Serbian passport doesn't mean shit in most of Europe because Serbia's not in the European Union.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Serbia, Ukraine, Switzerland's not. People don't know that either.
Oh, shit.
But, I'm just trying to raise Serbia's standard a little bit. If you're comparing to Switzerland, it's like, hey, look, Switzerland's not. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Bosnia's not, but there's a lot of reasons behind that. But yeah, bro.
Damn, okay.
So yeah, in Czech, I was playing as a Canadian. So I was a North American import. And then last year, Lithuania, same thing. I was a Canadian.
Okay. And you were one of two internationals? Because I think you can only have 2 internationals, right?
So yeah, in it depends on the league. In Lithuania, it was 2 international guys from North America, whatever, outside of Europe, and then you're allowed 2 more international guys from a European Union country. Okay. So the rules are all different. But then in Czech, the rules are very simple. It's you get 5 players from anywhere you want international. So what my team did is they brought on me, another Canadian guy, Justice Eileen, who played at University of Manitoba. He was good, actually. He played on the Canadian national FISU team. And then they brought in 2 American guys, and then 1 other Serbian guy, our point guard.
Okay.
And we were all just, international players, imports.
Right. Okay.
And then some leagues, you're right. Some leagues, you only get 2.
Right. That's the number I've always heard. It was 2.
2's usually the max for American, yeah. In most leagues.
Okay.
Because otherwise, that was the problem with the Czech league because the number was 5. It could be anyone. Most teams we played against had 5 American guys. Right. That's what it was. And that was the starting lineup was American. Well, no, usually the starting lineup always had 1 older Euro veteran point guard, bro. That's kind of the standard over there.
It just runs the fucking team.
Runs everything. Yeah. Controls the tempo. And it was cool what you actually mentioned a little bit earlier when we were talking about that game where we put the press break, splitting it up into different segments. Because what I've really learned playing in Europe is you dissect the 24-second shot clock. You dissect it in 3 different phases. So your first 8 seconds, it's all the transition offenses that we have. And there was, quick hitters, there was run and gun stuff that we have, actual actions. That's the first 8 seconds. Then your next 8 seconds, if you get set up, is primary offense. So, you have our set plays, set offenses.
Right,
and
pick and roll.
No. Pick and roll's there's pick and roll included in most actions. Right. But usually, if you can't get anything in the first 16 seconds, then the last 8 seconds, your secondary play actions, which usually ends in a pick and roll.
Pick and roll, right. Okay.
Pick and roll, pick and pop, triangle with the roller. You always have flares and staggers on the other side. Right. And that's always your last kind of resort to get a good shot or a good opportunity to score. And
you just you ate up that pick and roll.
Yeah. So I'm a good pick and roll player.
Oh yeah.
For me, what it is, number one is when I set screens, I time the fuck out of them really well.
Right.
But also, I'm such a wide body. Yeah. Once I set a screen, you're caught. You're done. My guards are always open, always. Yeah. And then what I'm really, really good at as well after I set the screen is I'm quick with my feet, quick roll. I can slip and roll. I can do a dive roll. And then on top of that, I have great hands. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
So I can catch anything, man. And I've had situations where, my point guard, just the moment fucks up, passes it too low to my knee or just chucks it, behind me.
Right.
And, I'll quickly, get my hand out and catch it and finish. Right. Yeah. Right? So I was good at that. I've been working more the last couple of years on my pick and pop game as well.
Right.
But it's funny because, in Europe, they really – anywhere really when you play pro is you're playing pro for a reason. It's because you're good at something, right? And I want to work on my 3-point shooting and actually shoot more threes in games. So sometimes I would set the screen and I'll pop. And sometimes it's the right read. But my coach would always be last year, especially my coach would be like, no, Luca, you are a big man. You have to roll. You dive, because that's my strength. My strength is diving and bodying the fuck out of guys inside and finishing, right? And I was like, okay, well, And the other thing is you can't really argue that because at the end of the day, you're there for it's your job.
Right.
You're getting paid to do what they want you to do, right?
Yeah.
So like I have to go in there and just.
Basically,
But I love it. That's the other thing I love.
Right.
I love contact, man. Like if you remember this.
Yeah.
Like if I can just fuck you up in the paint, man, I'll fuck you up in the paint. And I really enjoy it. Like I'm not a dirty player. Well, low-key, I'm a dirty player. But like, I'm not like a type of guy that just wants to fucking elbow your face and get you out.
Yeah.
I just like bodying the shit out of you to a point where you get demoralized that you understand you can't actually do anything. Like it's physically impossible for you to guard me. Right? I enjoy demoralizing players.
And that's one thing, man. Fucking, I remember like growing up, people were like, you said it, oh, I'm a little overweight. Oh, people like
I'm still a little bit overweight.
No, but here's my thing, man. I think you were the perfect fucking size for the player you were.
Exactly.
You use your weight and your size to your fucking advantage.
Yeah.
You ate people up. Like if you sealed someone, it was over with. Like don't even try getting over it.
Yeah.
So I don't like for you, like, I mean, like, if you say, like, oh, you got to, like, lose weight, you get, like, faster because of, like, maybe on defense, like, helping out on, like, the pick and roll.
Yeah. Hedging, switching or whatever.
Stuff like that. So I guess that makes sense to why you would want to get, like, a little bit lighter and, like, a little quicker on your feet. But other than that, man, I think, like, for your size and, like, the way you play, from, like, what I remember in, like, all these years, like, it's worked out perfectly.
And it has, bro. I think I've been blessed, obviously, with my size, and I've really learned how to use it. Because there's so many big guys out there, and you can tell there's like all these big players, man. They don't want contact.
Yeah,
they don't want to use it,
especially now, too.
It's so soft. Like, look, I understand if you're a big guy and you can get a few buckets inside, but you also can shoot. That's great. You can space the floor out. You can pop. That's fine. But bro, there's some big guys out there, especially these youth players. And this is the problem with BC basketball right now. The system in BC is broken, man. You have all these like super tall, not too strong, but some guys are even like stronger. And no one wants to go inside and battle, man. Everyone wants to just like stay in the corner and shoot or pop out to the three and shoot. Right. Don't get me wrong. If it's the right play, that's the right play. Like if it's the read, you got to shoot it, you shoot it.
Right.
But fuck, if you have an advantage, like if you're 6 inches taller than a guy and your reach is like 12, like a foot taller and you have size in it, go in there and fucking get easy buckets. Yeah. Like that's just playing smart.
Just
basketball.
Get fouled. Like
get fouled. Play to your advantage. Right. I think that's what I was blessed with the coaching I had in my high school and even at Drive, right, with Posh and Chad. Like they really taught me. They're like, yo, like look, you might not be the most athletic guy, but that doesn't matter because you can just go body the fuck out of people and like you said, bury them inside the paint. That's what I always kept doing.
And it's just like people. I always saw that. I'm like, fuck, Luca, like, he's blessed with his fucking size, man. Like, I like, hope, like, throughout your whole career, I was like, okay, it would be better if you didn't lose your weight. Yeah. Or, like, your size or whatever, you know what I mean?
Exactly, bro. And I think, I've got better shape, obviously, but I've never lost that, like, size and girth. Yeah.
Right. And I was thinking about it, like, after we talked last night, I was in bed, I was like, fuck, if Luca was playing today in high school, how much would he fucking average? How much do you think he would average?
Bro, for real. I thought about this last summer. I thought about this the summer before, man. Even during the year, I'm like, because I see this high school basketball now. It's so soft. It really is. It really is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to hype myself up, but I honestly think if I wanted to, I can average 50. Because who the fuck would actually saw me? Like, when I played, and especially during your days, like, even we were a little bit younger than you, right? But during your days as well, like, there's like literally big boys battling it out, like grind type of guys, go in the paint, man, rebounding even, just like tough, right? It was brutal. It was brutal. Yeah. And it was awesome. Now it's just so fucking soft. Like, I don't know. I don't want to keep going on because I don't want to shit too much on BC because BC is it's getting, it is on the rise. It's getting better. But at the same time, you're right, man. Like, there's not many guys like me anymore.
No.
The one guy that I see play like me, and he's grade 11 right now, going to grade 12, is that Oliver Mudd guy from.
He trains with Saltis.
He trains with Saltis, he's like 6'6", big stocky dude.
Yeah. Big legs, thick
legs, bro, big frame, and he uses his size really well, and no one can fucking guard him. Right. Even in the States, like last summer when I was coaching a Drive, we went to tournaments. He would fuck up guys. Like he would match up with a 6'9", 6'10". PF or center, right? And doesn't matter. He still gets him with, the size and stuff. It's really cool.
Did you coach him? Were you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I coached him for 3-4 years. He's been working with me. He works with David Wagner. Do you remember him?
UBC guy.
The UBC guy, yeah. So he got lucky in that sense. He got to work with some experienced guys as well.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's up to the player.
Exactly.
Like you can literally coach. You can have any coach you want, but it's down to you. Like you want to actually get better and apply all that to your game, right? And yeah, man. Like
so, one more thing. You are starting you've started your own recruitment agency for players.
Yeah.
Orenda Talent Agency. Yeah. So I never knew how free agency or like finding an agent, how that worked. What is the process for like players coming, wanting to go pro after college, and what steps they have to take to get noticed by an agent and sign with an agent, what an agent has to do on their part? Because what I noticed was you guys signed a couple, Pac West guys, like Courtney Anderson, he's a Pac West guy. Usama Zaid, he used to be a Pac West guy. He went to VIU, my year at Cap. And a bunch of local fucking guys. So that's I like how you guys are doing that, because not a lot of local guys are getting that recognition to go pro as they would like, as much as they would like. So, what's the process on that? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, bro. So first of all, like obviously, like basketball in Canada is on the rise, right? And even in BC now, there's more and more players that are just higher level, and it's getting better. It's really getting better. When you finish college, ideally, if you're killing it and you're good and you're averaging great stats and all that, you usually have agents who already kind of have you on their radar, right? And then they reach out to you. Like for me, what happened was it was like 2 months before my last season ended at UBC. I started getting messages from some agents in Europe, like one guy, Pablo from Spain, I remember, and this guy. Shout out Pablo, but he's not my agent actually. Shout out to my real agent. And there was this other kind of like sketchier agent from Italy. His name was Luigi Battista. He was messaging me. He's like, "Hey, I know you're still in your season, but let's talk."
Sounds like a fucking porn star or something. Luigi Battista.
Ron Jeremy. Well, fuck, who knows? Maybe in his past life. But, so the process, what it is, so essentially, like how what happened for me was these guys started hitting me up, and then once my season ended, I had my assistant coach Spencer, who was a Canadian national team guy, and he was giving me advice like, you should also hit up some guys on your own. But it also comes down to who you know. It really comes down to who you're connected to, right? And what happened was former Kits alumni, Paul Bale, older generation. He played pro in Austria and in Europe for 6-7 years. And then he knew an agent. He knew I finished my season at UBC, right, in my career. And he's like, hey, man, like if you want, I'll hook you up or at least introduce you to one of the agents I know, like a FIBA agent in Europe. Right. And I was like, sure, that'll be blessed, man. So anyway, I got introduced to him. And this was on top of all the other agents I was already talking to. Right. And ended up happening is like I had a couple of great phone calls with this guy Vedran, and I ended up signing with him, and he's still my agent to this day. Okay. Great guy, like takes care of me, like great agency as well. Okay. Nothing but goodness, right? Right. So that was my experience. Now what I've also realized is literally sometimes the reason high level players or good players don't go and play pro is because they don't know the right people or they don't have that exposure. And the exposure is such a big thing. And that's what's still missing in, especially like Western Canada, is that platform of exposure. In Toronto, it's a different scene, man. Ontario, Toronto, basketball is just like America, man. If you're a baller in Toronto, you're either, at a higher level, you're either going to go play in the league, because that's like every year now there's like 5-6 guys from Toronto going to play in the league. You're either going to go play G League or you're going to go, if you're not a high school player, right, you're going to go D1 somewhere, or you're going to go play Europe, like pro. Yeah. Western Canada doesn't have that yet, right? So that's where the opportunity was. And what I've realized in the last couple of years, I was helping my agent, Vedran, recruit guys from here that he signed. And he also signed a couple of guys in the States that I knew from, like Matt Newfield, for example. He played down in University of California, Irvine. Yep. Yeah, D1. And he, Vedran asked me to help recruit him, and I did. And, Vedran has the agency obviously set up, and I helped recruit him. Now, I did it obviously in good faith as a client of his. You do me a favor, I'll I'll do you a favor, you do me a favor. I scratch your bag, you scratch mine. But then I realized, okay, with COVID, I was like, there's this whole opportunity here. Like all these players, especially this younger generation that's coming up, there is good talent. I was like, there is no agency in BC. Like there actually isn't. There's a couple like, sports ones like that look over hockey and football and stuff, but nothing for basketball specifically.
No, nothing that I've heard of. No.
Nothing. Right. And I was like, okay, I have my network in Europe. Like I have a lot. I'm very connected in Europe, especially Eastern Europe. Even in Balkan, like the Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia, all those countries. Now, obviously, Lithuania, Latvia, Czech, all the stuff I played in. And on top of that, I have connections from like previous like family and friends over in different countries, right? And then what happened was I was like, okay, Courtney, for example, he played. He was Player of the Year for Pat Douglas. At Douglas. Yeah. He averaged I think it was 28 and 6. Those are great fucking stats. And here's the biggest thing, man. Like, even though that's considered, CCAA, which is like a lower level than U Sports, it's still actually like a really solid level of competition. Like really, really solid.
Very good. Yeah.
Very good. And there's some very good players that play in that. Now, the fact that it's labeled like a level under automatically takes away from your resume. You know what I mean? That's kind of the perception here in North America, right? You tell someone from whatever Canada, you're like, oh yeah, I played at Douglas. They're like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. But they don't think anything of it, right? Even if you average 20 or 30 points a game, they don't really think, right. In Europe, bro, the thing is they actually, the fact that you're playing in America or Canada, the first thing they look at is your stats. So if you're averaging those stats, bro, and you have some sick highlight videos, like mixtape, they're going to legitimately consider you for a lot of teams and stuff.
So right off the bat, they'll see you playing in Canada and America, and you're automatically on their radar.
Yeah. And the perception there is they don't even see a divide of Canada and America. They consider Canada just like
North America.
They just call it North America. Oh, you're American. That's what they say. Like even to me, they don't. I tell them, no, I'm Canadian. They're like, no, American. Right. So, and that's what I realized. Like, okay, I'm already helping my agent recruit all these guys, and he's getting them contracts. Right. Do I get a cut out of it if Henderson? No. I was like, well, I could ask him for that. But I realized I want to actually start an agency, especially during COVID. That was the cool thing with COVID. I was like, if there's any fucking time in the world I can do this, it's now. I have all this time and might as well set up all that infrastructure. So what happened was I partnered with Liam, who's a sports management guy, legal guy I've known from high school. One of my good friends. We started off as partners for this when we signed Courtney and Othniel Spence from SFU. Yeah. And then we brought on Miguel on board as our sports performance head coach, to oversee the guys off season and in season, training programs and all that, And then what happened was I already had my connections here, like Tiger Kwong. He's the son of the director of Chinese national basketball, Team China. And he's connected all over the CBA in China and stuff. And that's another opportunity is there's a rise of Chinese talent from Western Canada, especially Vancouver. And I'm talking about talent. I'm talking about the young generations of some of their kids that I coach and drive right now, 14, 15-year-olds that have a fucking Chinese passport. And if they keep going for the next 4 or 5 years, they can go play in the CBA when they're 20.
They will have that option.
They'll have that option. Yeah. So that's what I realized. I was like, there is this, and that's the beauty of Canada, man. It's so diverse, multicultural. And then also with Miguel, by the way, is the Filipino connection. Bro, Miguel was connected hella over in the Philippines, bro. PBA, the national program and stuff.
That's a huge league too.
Huge league. Philippines. And here's what we realized is there's all these amazing Filipino kids, players playing here. Here's the best example. Last year, who was the provincial MVP for Quad A? Justin Sanga. Yeah, Filipino.
Right? South, yeah.
And if he has the passport or the documentation, you don't even need a passport. You just need the documentation. It's you have citizen or heritage there, your parents.
Okay.
You're considered domestic in the Philippines, PBA.
Right.
You get in there, you play pro.
Wow. Shit.
So there's a lot of that. And then on top of that, with our American guys and stuff, the Canadian players we signed Europe, it really comes down to who you know. And what we've done is we also partnered with a lot of different, not a lot, but a couple different agencies in Europe where we both work through our networks to get our clients' placements.
Okay.
It's really cool, right?
So after you sign a player, what's the process after that like? Because essentially the player just has to wait and
Yeah.
Let the agent do his job. And what does the agent have to do for the sale? Like to sell the player to the teams and that like sales pitch to why they want to take this player. What's that like process like? Because I don't know. Like I know the whole. I kind of know the whole part where you find an agent, the agent hooks you up, gets you a contract. But what does the agent have to go through?
Yeah. So there's three different channels or pipelines, right? One is there's literally just a very simple kind of like business way of just emailing all the different teams. We have a whole database now of emails from like teams around Europe, Asia, Latin America. Sorry, South America. Well, same thing, right? Latin America, South America. Is that politically incorrect? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
I said selling players, and in my head automatically I'm like, fuck. I don't know. But
it's all good.
Fuck, it's 2020, man. Who cares?
Exactly. No, that's fine.
It's not that bad.
Well, essentially, you are selling the product, which is the player. Yeah. So the one is the email, and then we have some cool kind of like tech stuff we do behind it, where I can't really tell you what it is. I'll tell you after, but let's just say we keep track of everything. The other thing is literally like we have different agencies that we partner with. So what we do is we have a whole list of our players. Like right now we have 9 players that are unsigned still. So we send that list out to the agency, and then they shoot it out through their network. And essentially what it is, it's like a player chart that has all your like basic info, links to the highlight tapes, and then you send it out to teams. And if a GM or scouts are looking at it and they seem interested, then they'll ask more questions and they'll ask for like a full player profile, more video, and if they're if they want him, then they're going to put an offer in, right? They'll offer. And then the third one is literally just me and a couple of our other guys, bro, just on all the different fucking communication apps like Facebook, Twitter, not Twitter, IG, WhatsApp, Viber, WeChat. I just downloaded this new one called Line. Have you heard of that?
No, I've never heard of it.
Line, bro. It's like some in Asia. Same thing where like it's just DMs. Like that's what it is. Yeah. Sometimes it's literally like DMs. And there is a couple network platforms where teams literally go out there and they put out like job postings. Like right, for example, right now we had one for in Sweden, 5K. Like literally the job posting was looking for American point guard / shooting guard, like a combo guard. Offers 5K, accommodations paid for, 5K a month, euros, and then accommodations paid for, car, all that included, like all expenses paid. Send profile. Sometimes literally like that. So then what I would do if I see that, I quickly go send them either the player profile we think would best be fitted, or we just send out our player chart.
Wow, okay.
But that's kind of more like a long shot. Like that's probably like our fourth, I'd say, option. Our first 2 are the direct messages and emails, because that really dives into our contact now, right? And then as soon as the player signs with us, we get right to work. We're trying to get them a good placement. And what we do is we have a couple big meetings with our player first, and we figure out where do you want to go play?
Where do you want to go? Yeah.
What are things that are important to you, like in terms of lifestyle, money, like how much, what's your minimum? Like what's your, what do you want? Like what type of placement do you want? Do you want to go in a team and be a role player? Maybe it might even mean more money and go be a role player and play like less minutes. Or do you want to go to like a lower level league, but play on a team and average 30 minutes a game, and you can have better stats, and that'll set you up for the year before. So it's a lot of trade-offs, bro, right? And then the other thing also is we have a couple guys who are like, so you're good with anything? And they're like, yeah, just I want to get an opportunity. And especially now during COVID, bro, that's the main thing is you can't, that expression, beggars can't be choosers, right? Like during COVID right now, bro, it's so fucking tight. Like if my whole thing when I'm telling these guys is if you get an opportunity, take it. Right. Because there's another 20,000 players out there in the States that are hungry to take that from you. Right. So if we fucking get you something, even if it's lower money this year, you're an idiot if you don't take it. Yeah, exactly. And obviously we won't send players out to a country like Albania. Right? That was a shot.
That was a shot for sure.
That's the only shot I'm okay with. If you have a problem, sue me.
Hey, whatever.
Actually,
It is
Sumo.
Sure, it's right.
It's a show. But yeah, man. No, like right now, here's another stat in Europe. Like the average of contracts that have dropped in terms of prices is 50%. So that means every contract now that usually you would get is 50% less for any level. Yeah, except for like obviously the highest level.
Right.
Those guys are still making like millions.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, bro.
So, fuck, man, that's good to know because like a lot of kids like they always say, "Oh, Pac West, fuck, it's not a good league. Oh, CIS, I want to go to States. Better opportunity to play after, college." It's like doing this proves to everyone that you can be in any league as long as you perform, have the stats, have good tape. Someone out there will find you.
Yeah.
You will fit someone's system. And fuck, man, Pac West is a good league. There's some good talent there.
It's a great league, bro. Like, look at Usama, for example. Like,
Dude, he was fucking good. He got a fucking workout with the Suns.
Yeah, man. He trained with the Suns. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And that's one of our selling points right now. When we're talking to some teams that are already interested in him, we're like, yeah, he trained with the Suns.
Right,
and they're like, ooh, like NBA. Like,
Fun fact, I guarded him for a bit. Yeah.
You did, eh? Yeah.
And he talked shit to me.
He talked shit.
Yeah, I fouled him and he said, "It's going to be a long night for you." We ended up beating them at VIU. That was the first loss they had in 3 years.
I remember that was like a crazy couple years they had, man. And I remember Isaiah Solomon played with them as well one year, right?
Yeah. I think
I think that was year after you. Or
that was a year after me.
After you, yeah.
Montel was their point guard.
That's right, Montel. Yeah, man.
Okay, man. Damn, that's cool. Dude, it's been 2 hours. That
Has
was
it?
been fast. We're out of time, right? Yeah.
I gotta head up pretty soon. Yeah.
That was great.
About 2 hours. Holy shit.
Episode 3.
Yeah, it's epic.
enjoyour24. Luca Bazooka.
Yes, sir.
It was a pleasure having you, man. That was great. You guys have fun?
Yeah, it was great. I feel like he's gonna be. We gotta have you a recurring guest or something. Round 2.
Yeah, we're gonna have
bro.
to have you.
You know what we should do next time if you guys want? It's up to you. It's your show. But I was gonna say I'll bring a nice little. Have you ever tried Schlivitz or no?
No, never.
I'll bring it
nice.
next time.
Yeah.
Schlivitz.
Do it.
You guys are gonna like it. It's very, and you don't have to even mix it with anything. You just literally take the shots. We'll do that.
Down.
It doesn't have to be a lot. Like only 3-4. Let's say.
Yeah.
Shots.
That'll get me going.
Yeah.
Stomach go. Let's go.
Yeah, bro. You know what I really love is Noah's new.
Oh, the beer, the hydration. Yeah,
That's super cool.
something cool,